In the business planning world, you sometimes hear this term pro forma revenue or pro forma profit. What does it mean? It's a fancy term, confuses a lot of people, but really it just means future projections. Okay, that's just somebody being fancy. Often it's somebody just not knowing themselves what exactly pro forma means, and they're just saying pro forma because they don't know what exactly that is. I've had a client before who had a boss, and the boss was like, get me the pro forma revenue. And my client was like, what is this pro forma? And I'm like, well, it's just your future projections. Don't overcomplicate it. Where this issue can get complicated is pro forma, the projections are typically based on past history. If you're just getting started with your business, there is no past history to create projections with. That's the challenge. If you have, let's say, a business that's been in business for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you can make projections months or years into the future based on past months or years. If you have a 5% month over month growth, you can project that. If you have a 10% year over year growth, you can project that. And the things that would change it are market conditions. Let's say you maybe have a recession coming, or you think a recession is coming, or maybe you think a boom is coming, or maybe a company development is going to happen. Maybe like you launch a new product, or you add a lot more staff. So then, of course, if you add staff to your sales and marketing team, your revenue might grow faster. So those kinds of things, historical data and conditions that might change your business, like overall economy or corporate developments inside your company, or anything else you foresee, like maybe some competitor is gaining strength or is becoming weaker. Those can augment your pro forma if you have historical data. If you don't have historical data, if you're just starting, this is where it's challenging, because if you tell me, well, I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I'm just going to do an example with a YouTube channel because it's so easy. Everybody understands YouTube. Well, I can make a video about how to be happy. I can get 10 million views, or I can get 3 views. So it's nearly impossible to make projections unless you know the industry, you know yourself, and you know what to expect from yourself. So when you're starting a business, part of the expectation is that you know what you're getting into. You know your industry. If you know your industry and yourself, like if you're a YouTube expert, you can kind of know where your skills and your marketing abilities will get you how many views. But if you're just starting out, of course, you're hoping for the best case, but it's really random. And you should not assume best in case growth, because usually you see, well, if Facebook succeeded or if Twitter succeeded, look at that growth. They are such rare instances. Those case studies actually serve to confuse and mislead because they are certainly not the common experience. The common experience is far less great. So you have to find what's typical. Now, what is typical? You have to either yourself be an industry expert, like I mentioned, or consult with other industry experts, hopefully multiple, and knowing also that this consensus is very error prone. And it's an estimate that you're getting to the best of your ability, to the best of your knowledge, but you're narrowing it down by not thinking it's going to be the best possible case scenario, and having a lot of people who are supposedly experts look over what you're doing and give you their opinion, and you kind of synthesize their opinion. That's usually how you get a pro forma projection when you are just starting out.